Hello student, good day to all of you. Today we are going to study concepts, terms related to depository system. In that first concept is dematerialization. So physical record can be converted into electronic form. Demat is a process whereby a client can get physical certificates converted into electronic mode. The client has to surrender the certificates along with the demat request form. The DP forwards these to the repository, who in turn forwards it to the issuer. After confirmation from issuer, the depository will credit the securities in the demat account with depository participant. So demat is a process where physical certificates, share certificates, bond certificates, debenture certificates can be converted into electronic mode. So it is easier to keep the record safe. For this purpose, client has to surrender, means transfer their share certificate, bond certificates, all type of certificates to the DP. The DP forward this to the depository, who in turn forwards it to the issuer. Second one, rematerialization. Demat means what? Physical records can be converted into electronic mode, but rematerialization into physical certificates. So it is the process whereby a client can get his electronic holdings of securities converted into physical certificates. Again, it can be converted into physical certificates as per the client's request. The client has to give return request in the form of RRF, means remat request form, to the depository participant. The depository participant forwards the RRF to the issuer and the depository. The issuer prints the certificates and send them to the client and simultaneously confirms the acceptance of remat request to the depository. The depository via the DP debits account of the client with those securities. Means here again the electronic format can be converted into physical format, and all physical certificates can be handed over to the clients, that is investors. Third one, fungibility. In financial terms, fungibility means the state of being interchangeable. Some financial assets are fungible while some are not fungible. Example, first, land is not fungible, as every unit of land has its unique quality which adds to or reduces its value, like depreciation. B. Currency note is fungible, as there is no difference between two currency notes of the same value. For example, 100 rupees, there is no difference between the rupees of 100 to notes of 100. Similarly, securities issued by the same company of the issued by the company and from the same 100, 50 shares to A and 50 shares to B. So there is no difference between the same securities issued to both shareholders. The securities held in demat or electronic form are fungible. They are interchangeable, substitutable, and cannot be distinguished from each other. Securities bear no notable features like distinctive number, certificate number, or folio number. Fourth one, International Securities Identification Number, that is ISIN. First, it is a code that uniquely identifies a specific securities issue. Second, ISIN in any country are allotted by that country's national numbering agency. ISIN is a standard numbering system which is accepted globally. Wherever you go, everyone accept this ISIN number. The International Organization of Standardization currently defines ISIN structure. In India, issuing ISIN to securities is assigned by SEBI to NSDL. means Security Exchange Board of India assigns this ISIN to NSDL for dematted shares only. SEBI works as NNA in India, means National Numbering Agency. SEBI acts as a national numbering agency in India. For government securities, allotment of ISIN is done by RBI. So, whenever any investor purchase government securities for this purpose, RBI issues alphanumeric code which is divided in three parts like Aadhaar number. The company has to apply for ISIN for its securities with document like prospectus,